Hello, everyone. Welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. Just in case we haven't met before, my name is Rachel. Today we are doing a full body flow. Now, I am going to use two blocks today just to hold on to a little bit, but find some space to move for sure. And let's get started. So we will begin today in just a nice comfy seat. If you do have blocks to use though, you could have them one on either side, kind of by the top of your mat. And then find your comfy seat. You can place your hands on your knees or maybe in your lap. Let your eyes close and take a slow inhale and lengthen your spine. Let that breath go. And then take another slow, deep breath in. And let it go. Do that one more time. Just fill up with air, lengthen your spine. And let it out. We are going to tip our heads, leading with your ear over towards your left shoulder. So tip your head over. Bring some length through the side of your neck. And leading with your ear right now, but then you can start to tip your chin down towards your collarbone or towards your shoulder. And then slowly lifting the chin back up so that you're leading with your ear again and your head is just tipping over towards the left side. Feel that nice stretch through your neck. And letting an inhale help you to slowly bring your head up. And as you exhale, you can keep tipping over to the other shoulder, leading with your ear. And relaxing through your forehead, your jaw. Then maybe your chin will start to tip down. And you can lift your chin back up nice and slow so your head's just tipping over towards the right. And then using an inhale to help you lift your head up. Maybe feeling nice and heavy. Awesome, you guys. Feel free to open up your eyes now. We're going to move to tabletop so you can find your way to your hands and knees. Spread your fingers wide, maybe give your hips a sway. You might even let your chin tuck in a little bit towards your collarbone. Bring some length into the back of your neck. But then using an inhale, we're going to drop our bellies down, lift the chest. You can start to lift your chin up too as you arch your back. Exhale as you round your spine, push into your hands. Take an inhale to drop your belly back down, arch your back, lift your chest, and exhale, rounding through your spine. And inhale one more time to drop your belly down, lift your chest up. Exhale, rounding through your spine. Pull your belly button up and then take an inhale to come back to your tabletop and maybe replant your hands. Spread your fingers out wide again. Tuck your toes under though if they aren't already. And lift up into downward facing dog where you can pedal the feet. Take a slow breath in and out. And then use an inhale to bring your gaze forwards. And as you exhale, walk to the top of your mat. Take your time. But once you do get there, inhale into a half lift. As you exhale, fold forwards. Inhale to come all the way up to standing. Reach up. And exhale as you lower your arms down. You can roll your shoulders back. Take an inhale to reach up. And as you exhale, fold forwards. Inhale into a half lift. And exhale to fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Reach up. And exhale to lower your arms. Nice, you guys. Big inhales, you reach up, and exhale as you fold forwards. Inhale into a half lift. And as you exhale, fold down. Now plant your hands and step your feet back to downward facing dog. We're going to walk our feet together, and you can inhale your right foot up nice and high. You might turn your belly button to the right. You might bend your knee too for your three-legged dog. And then that right foot that's lifted, maybe you can point the toe. Maybe you can flex the foot. But take just another inhale. And as you exhale, start to bring that right foot down to the ground. And inhale your left foot up. Any three-legged dog that works for you, but you could bend the knee, turn your belly button to the left, and then maybe a little point of the toe, a little flex of the foot. Take just another inhale. And as you exhale, bring that left foot to the ground. Take an inhale to look forwards. And as you exhale, walk to the top of your mat. Inhale into a half lift once you get there. And as you exhale, fold forwards. Take an inhale to come all the way up. Reach up. And exhale, lower your arms at a shoulder roll if you'd like. And inhale as you reach up. Exhale, fold forwards. Take an inhale to lift halfway. And as you exhale, we're going to fold down. You can plant your hands this time. Our left foot's going to come back. And you can also start to find your blocks too if you've got some to use just to hold on to. Bring one on either side of your front foot. So from our lunge, you could lower your knee or you could keep it lifted. And if you've got some blocks to hold on to, makes keeping that knee lifted and straightening that front leg just a little nicer. But you can have your hands on the ground, still lifted through that back heel, lengthening through that front leg. So if your knee is on the ground, that back leg is obviously bent, but the front leg can straighten. It's a little half split. Now we're going to bend back into our front knee. So back into our lunge. Now if you do have your knee lifted right now, we're actually going to bring it down. And you can flip to the top of that back foot too, sinking into the hips. And then we're all going to send those hips back again. So lengthening the front leg again, but this time we all have our knees on the ground. Nice, you guys. Okay, one more time. Bending into that front knee again. You can keep the knee down or you could lift it back up so that as we straighten that front leg again, we're going to stay here just a little bit longer. You might try to twist from here so that left hand can rest on the ground or on something. You can do this with the knee on the ground too, or that knee lifted, but start to open the chest to the right, push into your front foot. Keep that front leg on the straighter side of things. Maybe you're reaching up. Maybe you are looking up. But stay for an inhale. And as you exhale, you can come on out of your twist. And then bend into the front knee again. Take an inhale to look forwards a bit. And as you exhale, we're going to bring our back foot all the way up to the top. Then inhale into a half lift. And as you exhale, folding down, planting your hands, and your right foot is going to come back. So we're moving a few times in and out of straightening that front leg. So if you want your knee down the whole time, you can bring it down. If you want to start with it lifted, start with it lifted. Send those hips back a little bit though to straighten through the front leg. Hold on to whatever you're holding on to. Breathe. And bend back into the front knee. Lower the knee if it's up. Maybe find the top of the foot too. But sink into your lunge just a little bit more and then send the hips back. Push your foot down. Maybe try to touch your toes down to the ground of that front foot. And then coming back into your lunge again. Your knee can stay down or you could lift it up. Then one more time. Straightening through that front leg and maybe twisting Right hand staying planted, pushing into that front foot, maybe turning to the left, maybe reaching up and looking up, but take your time. Breathe. Stay for an inhale and let the exhale bring you down. Now you might move your blocks out of the way. Come into your lunge. Inhale to look forwards. And as you exhale, bring your back foot up. Take an inhale to lift halfway. And as you exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach up. Exhale, lower your arms. Take a shoulder roll if you want one. And then inhale to reach up. As you exhale, fold forwards. Inhale into a half lift. As you exhale, fold and plant your hands. Step your feet back to downward facing dog. Push into your hands. Stay for an inhale. And as you exhale, you can lower your knees down to your tabletop. Now, we're going to be doing a little half puppy dog stretch. And since I have blocks, I'm going to use one of them. Our left arm is going to be reaching forwards though. And then our right arm will just be supporting us. So we're going to go for a nice straight left arm on the ground or on top of your block. Now I am going to bend my elbow today. We want to bring our arm really close to our head. Maybe bending the elbow, your hand might relax on the back of the head. You might point those fingertips up, but let your right forearm support you. This is much deeper, or it can be if you rest your elbow or your tricep on something. So just bear with it for a second so that your head isn't hitting that block, but it can be heavy beside it. Your left hand, it might be on the back of your head. It might be touching the top of your shoulders, your upper back. But really, we're all just trying to let the head melt down and the chest. And our left arm might be straight, reaching straight in front, or the elbow might be bent and maybe resting on a block. Take just another breath and then slowly lift yourself up. Take your time, especially if you are using a block. Now just notice how your arm and shoulder feels here. Maybe add a little shoulder roll or just be still for a moment. But this is our half puppy dog stretch. We're trying to bring our ears kind of beside our arms, or our arms even a little bit further behind the ears by letting gravity pull the chest down. So right arm is either going to reach forward, just straight in front, and you're going to melt it down. You can keep your arm straight. You can bend your elbow. I am going to try to rest on something again. But just let your left forearm support you. Let your block be in a place where your forehead isn't hitting it. If it's in the way, you might want to go a little further than that. But if you're bending your elbow, you can either point the fingers up, or if it feels better, more relaxing, deeper shoulder stretch, to rest your hand on the back of the head, or the top of your shoulders, your upper back. You can take another breath or two and then slowly lift yourself up. Take a seat on your heels if you'd like, or stay on your hands and knees. But if you want to add a shoulder roll or just sit and notice what you feel. But let it all go and let your shoulders fall away from your ears. We're going to sit down with our legs in front of us. So you could give your knees a hug or a squeeze, maybe even a rock, or sway side to side. We're going to be bringing our hands to the ground behind us. So fingers pointing away, thumbs out to the sides. So opening up through the front of the shoulders, the fronts of the chest. You can lift up a little bit, a gentle squeeze of the shoulder blades together. You can have your hands really wide here, or you could scooch them a little bit closer together behind you to open your chest more. But be comfy. And maybe take another little lift of the chest, maybe the chin, a gentle press into your hands, and a little squeeze of the shoulder blades together too. But relax your forehead, relax your jaw, open up the front of the shoulder, and take just one more breath. And then we will be leaning forward. So bring the weight out of the hands. Maybe give your knees a squeeze, a rock or sway side to side. You can scoot your hips up towards your heels if you feel like you're really far away. We are going to lay down on our backs though. So maybe you hug your knees in as you roll down. And once you're on your back, you might be hugging your knees to your chest. And then you might start to float your feet up higher. And you might point your toes. And then you might flex your feet, sending your heels up. Press your low back down into the ground. And then maybe you can relax your ankles completely. Just pull your belly button in as much as you need to try to get a little lighter through your feet. To keep your legs lifted, but your low back still touching the ground. And very slowly, bring your feet down. You could pause for a moment with the knees bent, the feet floating, and then bring them all the way down. Once your feet are on the ground, you might sway your knees side to side, make a windshield wiper movement. Massaging your low back against the ground, maybe gently pressing it down if your back is arching slightly. And then one leg at a time, you can send them out long. And just allow your entire body to relax. To be still for a moment here in Shavasana. But stay here for as long as you have time for today. Thank you for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day, and until next time, namaste.